am not chief of bureau anymore. Currently, I am just freelancing. I have quit my last job, so just FYI. But anyway, see, in general, the reason why I this have a presentation is because I told Nabil I'll just talk. It'll be a lot easier because I've been a journalist for actually 12, 13 years, not 11. That's my bad again. Uh, I used to earlier work at Indian Express, The Hindu, then I went to Mint, then I went to News Minute. I still write for Siyasat.com. I also write a column for the print. That's what I am currently doing. And see, um, I come from a background where my family runs its own business. We have no connection to uh, journalism like in my family. I'm audible, right, then? Yeah. Yeah, so basically that I am somebody who it took me like nearly 20 years of my life to figure out what I wanted to do. I just got very lucky because I guess even as a child in school growing up, I would only hear things like, "Oh, you can't do this," "Oh, you can't do that." I basically had no idea what I was going to do. It took me a long time to actually realize that I can write. I think the problem in general with society, especially in India or for the matter in Hyderabad, is that uh, there is some kind of, I think a lot of people who have, like you say, talent or skill or whatever, they don't know they have no avenues because they don't know what to do. I think I can speak with experience. So it took me a lot of time to get to where I was. Then I got my first job. I joined in Express, and that's actually what really helped. It helped me get to where I am today. But even then, I think, keeping to mind what Nabil if asked me to talk about, I think life is full of failures. Like in general, I would still say even to this day, it's not like I have success every single day. I think the idea I'm trying to push for is that to succeed, you have to constantly keep on doing something, even if it means failing. That's pretty much what it is. Like one of the reasons why I started the Hyderabad History Project in 2017, I think, was because I was really tired of. See, I began writing about heritage and history in Hyderabad. I think there are very few journalists. I think now maybe with social media it's become a little bit better. But about 10 years ago when I started writing, there were maybe two or three reporters who wanted to write about heritage, and I think I got lucky that way in the Hindu. And I would always write and then wonder why isn't anything making a difference, and that's actually in a way a failure of mine. I felt at least that I was not able to achieve anything much through my writing, and that's actually why I started the Hyderabad History Project. So, I mean, just for those of you who don't know, we conduct heritage walks every weekend in Hyderabad, whether come rain or shine. They will tomorrow also, even if it rains, there will be a walk. Uh, Partially has something to do with what I started 10 years ago. I started writing about heritage, and I think after a point I was a little bit disillusioned with how things are. I think I can say to some extent, even today, there is a general apathy in Hyderabad, which is actually what drove me to a large extent to do what I'm doing. And that is primarily, what led me to start the Hyderabad Institute. And I think with that I've done fair. I'm not saying I'm some great Turmuhan, but I'm just saying that at least I have done my part for Hyderabad in some way or the other that I can. Uh, After the Hindu, I joined a business news, a financial newspaper, but I still kept working on history. I still work on history. I think that part of the reason that I still have some joy in life is that I'm still constantly researching about Hyderabad history, and that's pretty much what I do now. Uh, Long story short, I got obsessed with Hyderabad history. I'm still obsessed with it. Maybe not to the extent that I was 10 years ago, but I think for me that's a very important thing. I think this should also be, this can also be very important for people, especially if they need some impetus. I think, if you have some kind of mission, it'll really help. Whether you care or not is an entirely different thing. Uh, you know, I think after a lot of writing, after a lot of, you can even say, campaign also. I don't know if you all remember about 2 3 years ago, there was a lot of show about Usmania Hospital being demolished. Maybe if you all remember, yeah. I think I think someone tried to hold a town hall here to see if people wanted it to be demolished and people didn't want to be demolished. Then after that, we actually held a very important talk on that, and I think Srinivas Murthy was here. the man who designed Yashoda Hospital, and with his help, maybe in some, I feel in some way that talk really helped because the entire place was packed. I think that sent a word to the government that not everybody is actually happy with the demolition or with the supposed demolition, but luckily, right, it's not going to happen now, by the way. So I think yeah, it's a small win. Yeah, like in general, uh, I'm also not winning every day. I think to this day, even as a journalist, actually as a journalist, it's pretty depressing if I'm being very, very honest. Uh, you have a lot of ideas with which you join journalism, especially in my case, wanting to help people is one of the biggest. I did help people. It's not like I didn't. Like I still remember all the good reports that I did which help people, but it's like far and few in between. It's like journalism also in India is a very depressing story. It's not as sad as anything else. So it's not like it's like if you have some privilege, you will be able to do something. And I think this is a very important thing for especially if you have some privilege in life. Please make use of it to help yourself, help other people. It goes a long way. That's pretty much I think what I would want to say. I think I mean I will end up boring some of you. But yeah, but in general, I started writing about heritage. See, I still write about politics. That's pretty much also one of the things that I still do. Uh, but yeah, for me, I think now at this point, I do have a mental. You can also, by the way, I'm still failing to write my book. It's been a couple of years since I was supposed to finish my book and hand it over, but still sort of a long way to go. Hopefully, I'll finish it. Maybe I won't come back here and tell you again the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.